What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Third Person. I am one of your hosts. My name is Kris, and with me, as always, is Mike.
What's going on?
And Jesse.
How you doing?
Guys, tonight This is a very sad episode because we're talking The Walking Dead Season 7, Episode 1. It was the episode we were all waiting for. We waited 6 months for this thing to find out who Negan finally killed. And boy, did we find out. So,
yes, very brutally.
So obviously these are all spoilers. So if you haven't seen this episode, pause this video, go watch that episode, then come back and hear us cry. So guys, we know that Negan killed Abraham and Glenn. And Mike, we'll just start off right into it. You had said that they were on like borrowed time. And I tend to agree. Mike was actually right. His initial, when we first heard there was going to be two people, or the rumors of it, I think the three of us kind of assumed it was going to be two people. And I definitely thought it was Glenn, and my second pick was Abraham, as well. Jesse, I think your picks were different at that point.
Yeah, I think mine were Maggie and maybe Abraham.
You just didn't want Glenn.
I just didn't want Glenn.
Yeah, it was tough, man. It was brutal to watch.
Well, I was in the midst of rewatching my yearly rewatch of Walking Dead, and you get attached to characters.
You certainly do.
Day one.
I don't think I'm going to be revisiting this episode anytime soon.
Day one. Yeah, I got I agree with you. I kind of got enough of it right now. We see, like we had said that. That they were on borrowed time, that Abraham obviously avoided his comic kill, and with Glenn avoiding his death in the show with the whole dumpster scene, and how they even left that off. What was that? Was that a mid-season or was that
was like episode 2.
No, that was an episode, and then like 3 weeks later we got an answer to that.
Is that what it was? Yeah, with the guts, and it was the other guy's guts. But so really it would, from the comic book and such a huge moment it was, that's probably the reason I leaned towards Glenn right off the bat, was because it was such a pivotal part of Negan in the comic, and for them to maybe just kill one or the other, Glenn had to be killed. And then
Glenn had to be killed to push Maggie, and we talked about this at length, I think, before the episode aired.
I think we even talked about it in the Q&A.
Oh, probably in the Q&A we did too. Yeah. And Maggie, so we know what happens is Maggie becomes the leader of the Hilltop, and Glenn's death was a major catalyst in that. And we did talk about that, because we talked about how Maggie, Deanna was kind of grooming Maggie to be something, and so they kind of had to give the TV character Maggie
a reason.
Yeah, like oh, she's got some of this under her belt, or she's got the inkling to do it. She's got a little bit of the, and in this episode we see that now she tells everyone else, go home, go back and get ready to fight this guy. So and I thought that was pretty cool, because it shows like that's their mentality, and at least one of them didn't lose that
holding
mentality.
On to it.
And it was Rick. Yeah, it was Rick was the one that was like, we can't win right now. We can't win. Yeah.
Shit. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Rick's fucking demise, man. That he got taken down. Like, Mike, I think you were the most vocal out of it. You were just...
Well, I mean, obviously visiting, you guys got to check out previous videos, but obviously I've spoken about Rick, and I just hate seeing him in such a vulnerable state. And this by far has been the most vulnerable, and weakened and demeaned, that we've ever seen him. I wrote down, I said, Nick Negan, the whole
crossing
Negan.
Shows, man.
Not even close, man.
Right. Well, Nick, Rick
and Negan. Rick and Negan is Nick. I got you.
Oh, there you go. Nick is Rick and Negan's love child. There you go. I always called him Regan for some reason.
Regan. Shit. But it's pretty late here, guys. We're all a little distraught. So
no, it was obviously we're recording this right after we just seen it. So Yeah, like I was saying, I wrote down that Negan treated Rick almost like a dog, like you were gonna break down a bad dog or something, or you know, just to be submissive. And he's like, "You're mine. Everybody there is mine. This axe is mine. This and that." He's like, "Fetch." He throws the axe, you know, the hatchet, and says, "Go get it." You know, it's like he really broke him down, and I hate seeing Rick like that.
You know, he cucked him. That's what it was. He cucked him.
Yeah, and a major thing was how he's like, you see the way you're looking at me right now. He goes, "That's not gonna work for me.
It's not." And that
he's like, "Do you even know what the whole point of that trip was?" Listen, you gotta. Okay, so JDM, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, really, although I don't think he has the look of Negan, obviously it'll grow on me, but he really has Negan down, because Negan was.
He's actually more gruesome. He's more brutal than actual Negan.
Well, you know what? They had to replace the F-bombs with something.
Dude, seriously though? He is sadistic and twisted.
Yeah.
He makes you want to fucking kill him.
So
right off this first episode.
So I mean, yeah, but he you know, he plays him so well. Like he's it's not just like bravado wise, but like just he didn't really get mad. Like he was just like, this is what it's gonna be, because it's a man in power, and he knew that he could do whatever he wanted. So there's no reason to get angry.
Didn't he say something along the lines of see, that's not cool. That's not what you do.
Yeah.
Just like he's talking to a dog.
Yeah. But that's the whole thing. So like he did all that, and we thought Rick was gonna lose his hand. Then we thought Carl was gonna lose his hand. Then I thought Rick was gonna lose his hand again when he was like, "Oh no, do me instead."
And then I thought, you know, he's not gonna take a hand. Then I thought,
we went back,
he might take his hand anyway.
Still gonna come over and take right. So, but it was that shift is what he wanted, and just seeing very, very, very well done. Very well done episode, because just that shift of seeing one of our heroes become nothing, and then seeing one of the most demented sons of bitches we've ever seen get what he wants, was like such a fucking, it was like yin and yang, you know? It was just so like, oh my God. So that was part of this, one of the, you know, the strongest stuff for me. You guys want to talk about the prosthetics? You want to talk about the actual hits? And like that was.
It was brutal.
It was fucking brutal. There's no other word for it. It was just it was heart-wrenchingly brutal.
The only humor that I caught was after Negan hit Abraham, and Abraham was like, you know, "Suck my balls," and he's like, "This guy said suck my balls," you know,
suck
like
my nuts,
suck my nuts, whatever. Yeah. That you know, I gotta give it to him. I mean, it was just. You know, like I said in the beginning, you know, to have us wait this long and to have it be just Abraham or something, a lot of people would have been pissed. And I think that's what they're going for. That's why they did it first. That's why they chose Abraham first. He had his last little snicker, his last little, you know, his last little funny little quote, you know. And they couldn't have just left it like that. It had to be somebody big. And Darrell's stupid ass is the reason why Glenn got it.
Well, let's talk about that. But I mean, we'll get to that 1 second. I want to talk about that. But real quick, to you guys, did this episode fulfill its role as a season premiere? And I'll give you my answer first. And I say yes, because they said that they were going to give us that people were going to love the premiere, you know, that they were going to give us something big, and that it was going to be worth the wait. That was their big thing. It's going to be worth the wait. So in my opinion, it most definitely was, and not because of the deaths. It wasn't. That's a part of it. That's like one small piece. But really, they wanted to introduce Negan. That's what the deaths were. It was to introduce Negan, and you know, JDM's character. And I think that was the meat and potatoes of it. Was the whole. This is what this character is. He's breaking. He needs to break the leader of this group. He needs to show them that he's not to be fucked with, and that they're under his control now. Excuse me. That's it. Yep. And that's essentially what happened in the episode anyway. So
yeah.
But yeah. So like I said, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but that was what what this episode it definitely delivered. I feel it delivered. So what do you guys think?
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100% delivered. Just the whole beginning scene where they show that clip that we've all seen 3 million times, that same 3-minute clip where he's just goading Rick. Oh, is that your right hand man, maybe? Well, what weapon was yours?
Yeah.
I'm going to take you in here. Rick might or might not be coming back, y'all. It's like, come on. You're going to goad us with that, make us wait another 10 or so minutes, and then give us the deaths.
Yeah.
And it's like the whole time you're giving flashbacks, but it was perfect.
No,
they enraged us all, got us mad that it was taking so long, and then when it happened, it was an awestruck hit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was like,
delivered.
Okay, so you get a little bit of humor there when Abraham gets struck. Suck my nuts. Bam, dead. All right. And then you get Darrell comes in, and you think Darrell's going to die. So it was a good, really good episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. The tension. It was tension filled.
Yeah.
You know, it was tension filled. I mean, for me and my thing, I think they could have done it either way. I think that they could have shown us, if they would have ended last season with this, I think at that moment, everybody would have been like, holy fucking shit. Like, that was the best season finale for season 6. And then this season could have just started with them all sitting in the circle and everybody dispersing. And I think it probably, you know, it might not have made a big splash, a big explosion, you know.
They wouldn't have got those ratings. I guarantee.
No,
I didn't check the numbers.
We wouldn't have known. We wouldn't have known what the future would hold if they were to do that, because obviously that would have been a future episode. But I think either way, it was definitely worth it for me. And now that it's over, fucking feel bad for Glenn. That fucking sucks. I mean, Abraham was a cool dude, but he wasn't in our life since the beginning.
Yeah. I mean, earlier we mentioned Deanna, and my first thought was, "Who's Deanna?"
Yeah.
Well, that was really his whole character. These little one-liners.
One line, and it made him a perfect character.
Yeah.
You need somebody like that in the apocalypse.
I definitely enjoyed Abraham, and he's definitely gonna miss. And you know, Glenn is just poor Glenn. You know, we love Glenn, and you know, it had to happen though, and now the show's gonna be different, and it's insane. Let's really quick talk about Darrell. We'll go back to Darrell now, and the fact that it's his fault. Yeah, it's definitely his fucking fault. So, but then on the other side, not the other side, but in addition to that, now they took Darrell, and I think we have Jesse. You want to read a friend of the show, Corso? He had a question, and we thought maybe we would just throw that in here.
Yeah, he had a couple of statements here, and I'm gonna read them in parts, and we're gonna side up with them. So first one, he says, remember how in the comic Dwight's character ends up actually being kind of good and played along with Negan, but would sabotage him. I wonder if Darrell could potentially play out that part, or his other theory, he could be taking Carl's place in the comic in the sense of being taken there and learning everything there like Carl did.
Right, because now you have because Carl. That's what to be honest with you, I was looking forward to the whole Carl going rogue and going to Negan, and Negan kind of being like, "Hey, look, you don't take your thing off," and because a big part of who Carl is in the comic has to do with the fact that he was with Negan for a little while.
Yeah,
that's really a huge character thing for him. So if they did that with Darrell, I don't think I would like that. I really don't think I would like that.
I think it might be more of like
you said, like
they'll work hand in hand somehow, and maybe Dwight will help Darrell escape, or something along
Dwight and Darrell have that. They have a relationship.
Darrell saved their ass already, so why would he? I don't remember if it was like that. I mean, obviously it wasn't like that in the comic. Darrell's not in the comic, so they can do this however they want. But Darrell did save Dwight and then
Dwight fucked them
over,
in
the burned forest.
But
he did, but he still realizes that Darrell did save his ass.
I think you're right though, Mikey. I think that could very well be where it goes, where they both end up doing that now. Like they go like essentially being undercover.
Yeah.
You know.
See.
No, so good stuff there. But yeah, I really want to see the Carl stuff. I really think it's important. I think Chandler Riggs is, grown as an actor, and I think it'd be fun to see him,
I mean, heck, he's almost 18. He started on the show when he was what, 10?
Well, yeah.
10 or 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7-8 years later. So it's like,
Yeah.
I think it'll be really fun to see where it goes. Where that's one of my favorite things that I'm looking forward to. You want to talk about we'll start wrapping up, but you want to talk about the table scene at the end?
Yeah,
the gut-wrenching.
Yeah.
But before we get to that, though, I had another thing about Darrell.
Oh.
I think I mentioned it. Remember how, he causes Glenn to die?
Yeah.
What about if that's their way of getting us prepared to kill him off next season or so, or later this season? You get the fans to hate him for that moment, killing Glenn, a beloved character, and then they kill him off.
I mean, I thought about that, but did you watch the
Not yet.
Yeah, if like
he can. Let's put it this way: he can do no wrong.
Yeah, but
so it's only going to be a short. Darrell can only do so wrong.
I agree. Yeah, I don't think
the fans. I don't think it'll go that way. I think Darrell will be there.
You never know, though.
You never know. Obviously,
Darrell's
we don't know.
a great character, though. I mean,
yeah, he is. I mean, look what I'm wearing.
Exactly. He's an amazing character, and
he's always off. He's always ends up going off by himself.
Right. And
he's
here he is again, off by
and then
himself.
He's with
so
the guys on the street. I mean, the guys on the road with the where Michonne and Rick and Carl get
Joe and the others. Yeah.
Oh my God. So yeah, it's rough. I hate when the group is separated, even though it's just one person, especially now in such an emotional situation. But yeah, no, like you said, to wrap it up,
Speaking of emotions, right? So we have this table scene, and it's
what it's sparked by. That's what we need to hit first.
What
it's sparked by. Remember Negan's line?
Well, yeah, of course. Negan said, "You guys think that you'll grow old and have your Sunday dinners and just live out the rest of your days like
as a big happy family."
Yeah, as a big happy family, and we see exactly that. We see them in Alexandria. There's a big amount of they're all enjoying their meals. We see right off the bat, we see Glenn and little Glenn there. We see Happy Maggie, Happy Abraham with
Sasha.
Possible bun in the oven for Sasha, and we just see overall everybody enjoying themselves and having a nice peaceful.
I call that the what if. That was the.
Oh my God! It so much is, but it's that was probably the most that hit me to see the little Glenn.
That hit me too, man. Yeah,
was rough, man.
It's a hard hitting scene, and that's the reason they did it.
Yeah,
because it reminds you in the episode after it already happened and you're reeling. It reminds you like, oh shit, guess what? They're not there. They're not.
Yeah,
That's
not.
That is not going to happen in any type of shape, unfortunately. And
as long as Negan's around, it's not.
So I mean, yeah, a great. That was probably one of the best episodes ever produced for the series. But what a fucking So Negan is such a bastard, man. Like he's such a dick.
Yep.
I'm really looking forward to his fucking downfall.
Hopefully next episode won't hit me so hard and I'll be ready to talk. But Jesus, man, that was just a hard hitting episode.
Yeah. This one's gonna be talked about for a while. That was great TV, man. Just but that's how you do TV. Like that's just.
Well, they had to make up for leaving off on that cliffhanger, and they more than did so.
I think they really did, and they were right. They absolutely right. It was meaty. It gave you a lot of meat in the stew, and it's like, we gave you a couple of. We not only gave you one, we gave you two, and you know what it is? It's because it's human on human brutality. The zombie stuff, the ripping of the flesh, even when like when T-Dog or Tyrese or.
Oh no, I like T-Dog and I like Tyrese. They were good characters.
Oh no, but that's what I'm saying though. But even when they got killed, it was kind of like, or any of the people that got killed.
I yelled out no when Tyrese got bit.
So did I. Well, so did I. Yeah.
I yelled. Was like that big teddy bear kind of guy.
I fucking flipped out, And
I refused to kill anybody.
But I mean. But
Nothing
that's all zombie stuff.
Yeah.
That's all we. That's it. But the human on human brutality that's what makes this like take a step back. Like whoa, that's what you shouldn't be doing that right now. You should all be trying to survive together, not
Yeah.
Can we take a second to talk about thoughtful Negan though? He disinfects the axe handle. Or axe blade before giving it back to Rick,
right,
where he can chop off his son's hand.
Right. I wonder if he was gonna make him do it.
Probably.
And then what made him stop? Maybe because he saw it. Maybe he
saw that he was broken. He saw that he finally.
That's all he wanted. And again, to me, that was my favorite part of the episode.
He said it. Negan said it.
That whole thing just.
You still look like you want to kill me.
Yeah.
Even after all that, even after the little trip they took, he still said, "I still see it in your eyes." So
I would too. Are you kidding me?
What would make him really finally break and to try to give him that last and final little test is to put his son's life possibly in danger by cutting his arm off
he also said, make sure you do it at a 45 where we have something to lap over. We got a good doctor back at our place. So Rick's thinking, I'm going to have to cut off my son's arm, and he's going with Negan if I do this.
Yeah.
It was a breakdown. Yeah. It was a big breakdown. Yeah. And Negan won this round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very thoughtful, though.
Very thoughtful individual, yeah. He's like, I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. This really sucks.
Yeah.
But I told you. I don't know.
And that's just Negan. That is 100% Negan.
Look, we're really in for a
wild.
These next couple seasons are gonna be just phenomenal. I think and yeah, and I think the governor stuff is like, we used to think the governor was sadistic, but this guy.
Heck, I was rewatching that during my rewatch. I was like, oh, he is charismatic, but no, Negan comes out. He throws out the charisma. He throws out the mystery. This is what I'm gonna do. This is how I'm gonna do it. You're gonna watch it.
Yeah, this is who I am. Yeah, this is who I am. There's no subterfuge in him. He's just, this is it. Take it or leave it. Well, he knows.
You want subtlety? It's right here in the crotch area.
Yeah, but he knows because he knows this is how you have to be a leader in this place. Even that's how Rick is too. Rick, look, let's not kid ourselves. Rick is an asshole and has to be an asshole. He's not an angel.
He's not a saint.
Exactly. Like, he knows to be a leader, I have to be this. No. I said this, and I will hurt you if you don't. But there are finesse. There's a finesse to it. There's ways to do it. And what's really cool is that in the comic later on, what's going to happen with Rick, like how he changes as a leader, after everything that goes down. So I'm looking forward to that. Guys, is there anything else? I think we should just wrap this up. Obviously we can keep talking, but it was an amazing episode. We're definitely looking forward to the rest of the season, and seeing how it all plays out. I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. I hope you guys, hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you go check out our live reaction, because I'm sure that's it's not like our other live reactions where we're all jokey and stuff like that. We were just like,
I literally had my mouth agape the whole time he was bashing Glenn's skull.
Yeah, it just there really wasn't any joking to be done. It's just like, and
I mean, the only funny scene was suck my nuts and
suck my nuts. Yeah,
that was ironically
funny. That was just a tiny moment of levity, just right when you knew that was going to happen,
right before the heartbreak.
Yeah, so I think that's it, guys. If you want to get in touch with us, you can do so in the comments down below, or you can get to us at Third Person Pod on any of those social media things we got down there. And go check out the live reaction. That was fun. Check out our Westworld videos. That's our other running series that we got going on now, in addition to The Walking Dead. So we got Westworld, Walking Dead, and Westworld is another amazing show that we're really into. really fun, intriguing show. You know, this is
unfortunately this week there will be no live reaction. We will try to get one again next week, but as we said, it's probably going to be far and few in between.
Yeah, it's gonna. Those live reactions might be taking a back seat for a little while, or they might not. We don't know yet. We're trying to work our schedules out to get this working out. But I think that's it, guys. Any last thoughts? Anything else?
Go see a therapist after this episode.
Yeah.
I know a good one is called Talking Dead. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah,
invest in some Kleenex.
Our friend Mr. Dr. Chris Hardwick. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was a rough one.
But still good stuff though.
Yeah.
But overall, it's TV and it's damn good TV, and we appreciate you guys hanging out with us and listening to us talk about TV, because that's what we're doing. So leave your comments down below. Let us know what you think. And I think without further ado, let's just end this puppy, huh?
Yes, sir.
Let's call it a show. All right, guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time on Third Person. I'm Chris.
I'm Mike.
I'm Jesse.
And we're done. So peace out.
Bye.